Hi guys, it's Stephanie with Sew Make It. Just coming in with some more work on this Jelly Roll Sizzle quilt set that I'm doing. In this video, I'm going to sew the pinwheels on. In the previous video, I had marked the line where I'm sewing and just pinned the squares onto the strip sets. And now I'm just sewing down the line that I marked. It's basically from corner to corner. I am using a 2.5 stitch length. I'm just chain piecing these together. When I get a few done, I'll take and trim them apart, or trim them to separate them. It just makes it go a little quicker if I'm not trimming in between each strip set. And now I'm just gonna trim the strip sets apart. And for the Jelly Roll Sizzle quilt, the next step that I'm gonna do is not necessary, but because I have the sets secured together, I'm just gonna go about a ½ an inch to the right of the seam that I've just sewn. And I'm gonna sew another seam there, and that's part that I'm gonna trim off. So instead of having two pieces of fabric as scraps when I trim them off, I will make myself some half square triangles, and I can trim them up for another project or possibly incorporate them in the quilts somewhere. So here I am making that second stitch line that I was talking about a moment ago. Again, I'm just making it about 1/2 inch from the original stitch line, and then later when I trim it, I'll have a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each piece. I'll trim this just to show you what I'm talking about. So I have 2 stitch lines. Going in for another. So now that I have both stitch lines done on all the quilt pieces that I need to trim, I'll go ahead and start trimming. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a strip set and I'm lining the stitch line up on my 1/4 inch line on the ruler. And then I'm just going to take my rotary cutter and cut a straight line. And I'll just do this for all the pieces. This will be my pinwheel. And then I have a cute little half square triangle. It still has the ears on it, the little dog ears from where you make those, but I'll trim that off whenever I get ready to use it. Now that the trimming is done, I'm going to go ahead and set my seams and press the pinwheels out. So what I like to do is just press the seam while it's still folded over, or while it's still on the sew line. I just press it for a moment, and then I fold it out and press it again. That gives a nice crisp pinwheel. If you've been watching since the beginning of this series, I did starch everything when I started. And I know this series has taken me a long time to do, so I'm hoping to be able to hit it a little harder moving forward. But I'll just do that for every piece. I'll set the seam, and that just means that I'm going to press it as is, as it comes off the machine after I trimmed it. And then I'm going to fold it out and press the crease in where I want it, so it'll not look nice and crisp on the quilt. And I'll do the same thing for the half square triangles. I'll set the seam and open it up as well. In the next video, I am going to go ahead and sew the strip sets together kind of in this fashion. And then we'll start piecing the quilt fully together. We'll have some big blocks then. If you like seeing this type of content, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.